I think they left their options open. They don't have the last pick, so, you know, I think it's gonna be okay in both the safe lane and the offlane roles. I kind of want to say I'd rather see it on the offlane role just because CK is one of those heroes. He's really fast, and you have solid amount of armor, solid amount of HP. The Monkey King isn't that much of a threat to you, and you do a lot of damage, which is a threat to the Monkey King in particular, because you and the Skywrath Mage, you can dish out a lot of damage to him, and then the Monkey King can never commit, and that is the goal of playing against the Monkey King lane. Don't allow him to ever commit on you. Don't allow him to get those Jingu stacks. And when he's half HP, you can pounce and kill him. And this is what these heroes are good at. They're good at bringing heroes down, and that is something that Monkey King doesn't like playing against. So I don't really see a better offlaner. Obviously, there are. You can see the Sand King being banned out, but the Sand King doesn't have the constant output of damage. Let's say you are playing as Sand King, and they position 5 Skywrath Mage, use all of your spells, the Monkey King doesn't die, he turns around, he kills you. With the CK, it's a little bit different because you have a constant output of damage, and you can't really calculate when is the greatest time to really turn around.
10 seconds remaining. So looking at the Underlord's gone, like you say, the Sand King, the Dragon Knight, the Medusa, the Batrider as well. So looking at, again, PuckChamp's lineup, they've got this Monkey King here. They're kind of leaving, to me, they're kind of leaving this draft open, that they have the last pick, so they can kind of fill whatever slot they need, depending on what Nemiga picks. But taking down as well, 14 seconds left on this final ban. Is there anything that they don't want to be playing up against Pangolier?
That does make sense. That is a better hero than the CK against the Monkey King. He doesn't have the constant output of damage, but he can disengage anytime he likes. And that is something that the Monkey King doesn't like at all. You get to do Jingu stacks and then swashbuckle away. Suddenly the Monkey King is not a threat to you anymore, and plus he's a spammer like the Skywrath Mage, so both of them would be able to keep the Monkey King somewhat low and incapable of going forward. So yeah, that would have been a pretty solid one. Another good one is the Mars. Though you're playing against the Clockwork, against the Marcy. Marcy can pull people out of the arena. The Clockwork is really annoying to play into as a Mars. So I think that Nemiga, if they're going for an offlaner, they're probably going to skip that one.
Okay, well, we'll see. I mean, they've got themselves a minute to think about this final pick. So, looking at the lineup so far, just is the one that you're preferring, you know, is there a lineup that stands out to you that's coming out, even with just the 4 heroes being picked up, is the one that's just coming out a little bit stronger between the two?
I'm looking at Nemiga as the one that looks strong to me, because PuckChamp's lineup, it needs to be concentrated fights at an area where your heroes are together and so on and so on. Nemiga's lineup is let's go left, let's go right. It doesn't matter, wherever you see a hero, you just jump, because you have so much kill potential, you have so much catch potential, and you create that chaos on the map. That is when the Bane shines, because wherever he TPs, it's not certain that you're going to be expecting that rotation. So I think Nemiga, with this kind of a lineup, they're going to create chaos, and then a lot of these heroes don't really do much. You know, Puck, he can TP once every 80 seconds. If the chaos is on constantly, it's going to be a problem. The Clockwork, he gives you vision, but if the enemies are constantly running left and right, you really won't be able to use that vision for much. So I'm thinking Nemiga are looking better, and they go for a Slaughter right now, which is a solid hero to actually deal with the Monkey King in the lane. Again, one that has solid armor in the at the start, and he can dish out constant output of damage. Plus, I mean, I don't know at which point of the game any of the heroes of PuckChamp survived the Corrosive Haze plus the CK hitting you.
Well, that could help. Dawnbreaker's gone out with once she hits that 6 with the ultimate, Luminosity built in there as well. So there is some heals, there's some survivability built into this hero. And so we've got a full 5 lineup for both teams now looking at it. I kind of favour Nemiga, like you say. I just think it's a stronger lineup. But I think Dawnbreaker, again, is the X factor. You've got the Marcy in there as well. It's going to be how well these two heroes do, because, I mean, they are just coming into the meta, or Dawnbreaker coming back into the meta. There was a point where in Eastern Europe where Dawnbreaker was being played, again, all across the line from 1 to 5, but seems to be settling right back in. Nemiga, though, with Kurt, they just look like the stronger team from the couple of games that I've seen so far in this season. You know, they just look like the more put together team is the best way. You know, the more synergistic in the way that they play.
Better oiled machine for sure. Yeah, PuckChamp haven't been looking the greatest. So there's a few things in this draft. You know, a few points in the game. PuckChamp arguably have slightly stronger lanes. Okay, they have potential to win the lanes really hard. On the other hand, Nemiga, they don't really have to do anything special. If they go even out of the lanes, the early mid game is theirs. The time where PuckChamp are actually becoming stronger is when the game slows down. That usually happens around the 20-minute mark. So PuckChamp, to get to that point, they would need the lanes to go super well for them. Then with good lanes, you're kind of gonna dissuade Nemiga for going for super aggressive moves, or you're gonna have more levels so that you can punish them better. And then 20 minutes, 25 minutes onwards is when you can actually stay as a lineup, push out the waves. You know, with the Dawnbreaker, the game naturally slows down. And you can be ready with the Monkey King Wukong's command to save one of your supports or save the puck or whatever. So I think if lanes don't go pretty well for PuckChamp and are able to delay this this aggression that's coming from like minute 10 to minute 20 from the side of Nemiga, I think they're gonna get absolutely crushed. Of course, I'm not gonna say that they don't have a chance. I just prefer Nemiga's lineup for the reasons that I've stated. It is just not that easy when you're pressured to do well in the lanes, because sometimes that can even backfire and you can even lose them because you're constantly just trying to be aggressive.
Yeah, I suppose the one, I don't want to call it a saving grace because that sounds like PuckChamp are already losing, but the one benefit to this Dawnbreaker, or one of the many benefits to this Dawnbreaker, is that even if you are behind, you know, you've got this option then to start split pushing. She's got that global potential coming through with the Solar Guardian. So she can, and the Starbreaker as well as the Hammer do effectively push out lanes, so you can take the pressure off of the lanes before joining in the team fights on the other side of the map if you need to.
Yeah, definitely looking at this Dawnbreaker. If she had a better partner in the lane, I think they would be crushing the top lane with the Clockwork. I'm not really sure, because Bane is one of the heroes that can actually stand toe-to-toe and fight the Clockwork and actually come out ahead, even if you're eating the battery assault. Okay, so bad. He might be eating a Boundless Strike right now. That's going to be fine. So a lot of potential for PuckChamp to do well in the lanes. You know, Monkey King and the Marcy, even though you're against the Slardar and the Skyret Mage, one bad move from Slardar, suddenly you're in a tower, the Boundless Strike, you're dead. So that could go well for them. You have a Dawnbreaker in the offlane, and as I mentioned, Puck does do well against the Tusk. Tusk's mid lane benefits from harassment. Against the Puck, it just doesn't happen that much.
Oh, look at this. They're going to get aggressive here as well. Well, both teams are going to get aggressive. Push to the other side, but it is going to be 3 bounties because Takalis gets a steal using that Dispose just to get the Bane off the site and picking up that 3rd bounty rune here. A nice, cute little play coming up from the Marcy.
Yep, very nice. You get more runes. We can see with Marcy starting off with the Orb of Venom, speaking about her, that he really wants to put in the hurt on the Slardar. Skyret Mage went with the boots. He doesn't want to get caught anytime, right? The Skyret Mage, he gets caught, he gets disposed, and he might just actually die from the 2 stuns. That's just how weak he is with the 0 armor. So you have to be very careful. It's gonna be him harassing the Monkey King, and Vazia just trying his best to not take as much damage. Look at what the Kalis is doing. He doesn't care about Vazia at the start. He just wants to punch Hellscream.
Yeah, just flicking quickly to the mid as well, because the Puck did take a lot of damage. But yeah, looking back at it, this lane, so is it just going to be the standard lane then for the Scarith Mage? You play, but like I say, he's taking the boots, so he's not really taking any regen coming through. No mangoes, no clarities coming through. He does have them stacked up in his quick buy and his stash as well. Is this just going to be stand as far back for Hellscream and just put, you know, like the normal build or the Dispose just coming into Vazia, but there was a creep taking the tower shots, but yeah, so act as that kind of like artillery hero here for Hellscream.
He is just going to be maxing out the concussive shot. He's not going to be spamming arcane balls that much. When you look at the Nemiga lineup, they don't benefit much from the silence other than catching the puck. You know, their magical damage just isn't that high. So he's probably going to be maxing out the concussive shot. That's why you don't really need that much mana. If the concussive shot isn't that mana hungry spell as you would assume. So a few clarities, a few mangoes is going to be enough. The idea here is be mobile, don't get caught, and consistently just right click the opponents. That is what his role is in this lane in particular. Okay, and so looking at the safe lane for Nemiga as well, coming into this Kiritich obviously on the Chaos Knight, coming up against Malik. Is it just going to be again the standard build? You get your 1 point into the Chaos Bolt, your 1 point into the Reality Rift, and then you just go for more into the Chaos Strike. You know, you just build that up. So you've got the I guess jungle farm potential. You've got that survivability built in. Or do you think he is going to be, with this Bane on the lane, going to be a little bit more fighty? He's gonna be fighty, but your fighty build is still gonna be the Chaos Strike. I think this lane is very hard to predict, considering that both the Dawnbreaker and the Chaos Knight, they have ways to heal themselves up with the right clicks, Luminosity on one side, and of course the Chaos Strike on the other. I think the Bane really changes the pace here, but also with the Clockwork, there is a chance that you get caught off guard if you're the Bane. But we can see that how so bad is playing. He's constantly within reach of the creeps, and once PuckChamp get more levels, I think that's gonna be even more so, because he understands if he gets isolated, there is a good chance he's going down.
Yeah. And so do you think Malik then, because you talked about the Luminosity as well, does he go for an early point into that, or do you still want to be building up onto the hammer like earlier on? Is it, is it that priority to get the Luminosity out early in this lane?
I think you get Luminosity on level 3, and then it becomes player preference. What do you want to go more for? I've seen Dawnbreakers max out the Celestial Hammer. I've seen them max out Luminosity. Luminosity very rarely on supports, yeah, almost never. But as an offlane Dawnbreaker, which is the popular position right now, people have been going for the max in the crit, just for the extra sustain.
Okay. And moving over to the mid lane, as Malrine again putting a little bit of damage here onto Young G. How is this lane going to play out? Because you said about the damage coming through onto the puck with the phase shift, but it's looking like Malrine, he's getting his timings quite right at the minute. Does this lane just, is it the later it goes, the more puck favorite it is, or is it just down to the player skill?
It is, the later it goes, Puck will be farming more for sure. It just goes to it, Tusk, usually as the lane progresses, he becomes more and more of a nuisance just because of the damage. But against the Puck, you can see that it's not working. If you block him with the shards for the creeps to attacking, he just gets out with the orb or the Waning Rift. If you try to snowball into him, he just goes for the phase shift. So that is why the Tusk is gonna be focusing more on rotations in this game rather than really fighting the Puck. On the other hand, Puck will be waiting for those rotations and TPing in with the coil. So definitely Puck is one of the worst matchups for the Tusk overall in the mid lane.
Yeah, and well, both of them getting cheeky here. Oh, Youngji's going to be taking a lot of damage though, trying to get that TP out. Will get the TP back to the mid lane. Has those bottle charges as well, thanks to the bounty rune. Even using the fairy fire. Oh, ice shards do come out. Don't catch him in it here. Youngji's going to be able to walk himself back to the tower. Snowball, phase shift will be there, and Malrine, he's just using a lot of mana. I mean, Youngji again, the regens, it's kind of all used up at the minute, so he is going to be hanging back. Just doesn't want to get caught out in this mid lane. So looking at this, I mean, Malrine's not having a bad start here. It's 23, 18 last hits on the Tusk as well. Is there a lane that he wants to prioritize movement to?
Bottom lane?
Oh, do they have the catch out? They do. They get the first blood. And I get caught on a monologue once again. Or middle of a question, at least this time. Yeah, so the Tusk, is there a lane that he wants to prioritize moving once he starts to rotate looking for the gank that he wants to move to, or is it just depending on how the lanes are going once he gets to what, level 7, level 8?
Sorry, you talked about Puck moving or the Tusk moving?
The Tusk moving, yeah.
Tusk moves as soon as he finds a good rune, or if there is a really good lane to TP to. Yeah. That is the case. The best rune, of course, is going to be the haste. But anything, if you feel like you're not being watched when you're rotating, you're gonna be fine. We can already see how much PuckChamp are emphasizing on actually seeing the Tusk rotations with their vision, because they know that is his way into this game. I also have to mention so bad that move of his into the bounty rune and just doing some damage on the Puck saved Malrine a bit. There would have been a bigger difference between the two mid laners if that hadn't happened.
Yeah, and well, he's got that level 6 now. He's got his boots moving on to the tower. The orbs do carry on flying through Young G. What's he going for? It's going to be the... It looks like the power treads. Or is that just going to be a casual roll with the Magi? Because he doesn't have the glove of haste there in that... Is it on the courier?
I think he's preparing for the Witchblade. I think that's the idea behind the Robe of Magi. I think you do want to go for travels at some point. As I mentioned, Nemiga, they're gonna try to make this game really chaotic, and the one who changes and punishes those kind of moves is the Puck. So he would want to be everywhere around the map when need be, and also to apply some split push when he knows that the supports are showing on the map, or when he knows their position. Because the Skywrath Mage and the Bane are actually the ones that are catching him.
look at this as well. Dukalis coming into the lane. He's just hit that level 3. So what's he going to try and do? He goes for the rebound. There is going to be the Dream Coil coming through to dispose, but it's not going to pop that Dream Coil. Astral rotating now as well at level 3. So they're going to be able to get the Cog to push up onto it. But with the double damage, they might be able to get the kill onto the Marcy. Malrine does take Dukalis down, and now Astral, does he move himself back down the river? It looks like he is going to be going just away from this fight, but Sobad is close. Is he going to try and turn here?
Very weird move, because if you look at PuckChamp, what their lineup is really lacking early on, and that's why we said 20 minutes is when they start really doing something, because that's when the cores really get involved in every single fight. Bottom lane Malik though.
Yeah, speaking about getting involved, Marine gets a quick TP just at the end of that double damage rune. Might be able to find the clockwork out here as well. Does have the cogs as well as the battery. So Astral, is he going to be able to get himself away from this? He's going to be taking a lot of damage. The Brain Sap does come out. Chaos Bolt now as well. The neutrals, but he's going to still be killed off. It looks like one more right click Marine. Ice Shards will do the job. Quick, technically a triple kill here for Marine.
Yep, beautifully done. And this is the chaos has already started. So as we see, the lanes didn't go great for PuckChamp. So now it's surviving for the for the next 15 minutes. This is gonna be a tough one for them for sure. So they didn't do well, and they didn't do bad. I guess they did well, but they didn't do well enough to stop the aggression of Nemiga. Now you're gonna be seeing Malrine going everywhere around the map, maybe even leaving the mid lane for his supports, because Nemiga supports benefit so much from levels. And he's gonna be going everywhere around the map in top lane.
Dukalis getting caught out once again, not gonna be able to get himself away from Vazzy. Vazzy doing a lot of damage there, and you can see this is just the standard build here for, I think, for the, I mean, offlaners in general. Sometimes you go for the phase boots, sometimes it's power treads, but the Bracer coming out into either a BKB or a Blink Dagger. Sometimes a Soul Ring in there as well if you need the mana, but at the minute, Strength Heroes are kind of ruling the offlane.
Mid lane?
Mid lane, there's going to be a Solar Guardian coming in onto this now as well. The rotation, Dream Coil comes out into the Tusk. Tusk doesn't really have any mana left, and Marine, yeah, there's going to be another dispose. He will go down, giving up the 3 times kill spree there to Malik, so Malik picking up a decent amount of gold.
Yep, with the 2 cores, PuckChamp can actually get kills. Without the 2 cores, it's gonna be very tough. The problem is, of course, there is a pretty solid cooldown on the Dawnbreaker ulti, and Nemiga are gonna be using that downtime to just run around the map. Interesting enough, the Tusk is going for a first item BKB. I understand this wholeheartedly. I really like the item, just because, you know, when PuckChamp get to that timing where they can finally kill people, he just pops a BKB and they don't do nothing. So you delay it until the Monkey King starts doing damage. I'd even argue I'd like to see a Deso at some point on the Monkey King, because that's what you go on this hero when you are lacking damage in your team, and he is going for a Battle Fury, so there is a good chance that he does pick up the Deso at some point.
Would that then be the timing for the Monkey King, or are you expecting like a Ascadia or a BKB to come out first, or because this Battle Fury, you know, it does say that he wants to be he wants to be itemizing for that kind of mid to late game kind of play. So is it just going to be maybe expect him to come out in the next 10-15 minutes before he gets involved in any fights?
Yeah, that's it. After the 20th minute, you need the BKB for sure here for the Monkey King to fight. Even if you're inside of the Wukong's command, one stun and the Mystic Flare and you're dead. So you really have to be careful how you're engaging fights. Maybe sometimes you can join in with the Wukong's command while you're up in the tree, but your team will be needing you to soak up some damage at some point. So you know, it can't always be the Puck. He's not always going to be able to dodge these moves. You need to be ready, just as the Dawnbreaker is ready from anywhere on the map. The Monkey King will have to be ready somewhere from the trees. If he does want to get involved, and I would assume he does, because the Nemiga are gonna start running towards the enemies very fast.
Yep. Young G gets a hasty second, going to turn around with the Dream Coil. Solar Guardian will be coming in. The Clockwork's close as well, only level 5, so no hookshot, but there is going to be 4 heroes in this river looking for the kill onto Marine. Marine is going to be able to get himself away from this one. The Walrus Punch comes out to the cows, and there's going to be TPs galore coming in from both sides. It's going to be an absolute brawl as Vizia picks up the kill onto the cows here as well. Young G still got that haste rune, trying to get himself away, while again Vizia's just going on to Malik. Malik, though, he's got the hammer, should be able to throw himself away if he needs it. And another trade that comes out into the mid lane that's only really Dukalis that goes down.
Good thing for PuckChamp is that they're not giving out any damage on the towers. Really, really minimal ones. And that is a big thing. What Nemiga want to do with a lineup like this is open up the map, especially the mid lane tower. That's why you're seeing so many brawling around the mid lane tower with PuckChamp forcing TPs and rotations from Nemiga, also some resources, and then Nemiga, they can't do anything. They have to go back and then really think about it. So if I was Nemiga right now, I start forcing PuckChamp to go towards the bottom lane, because then it is a hard path towards the mid lane. If you go towards the bottom, and there it is, the TP from the Tusk. It's really hard to go towards the mid lane from bottom. You really have to smoke.
Yeah, the snowball is going to come out immediately with the rally surf now as well with the chaos ball. This Dawnbreaker is going to be completely shut down, and a light gets extinguished as Kiritich picks up that kill. It's going to be the first, well, 2 assists as well for him. But looking at this Chaos Knight, I mean, we'll take a look at the net worth. He's top of the net worth. Ooh, that's just going to be the snowball into the creeps. I saw the snowballs, like, did the clockwork come back in? But yeah, so this Chaos Knight Kiritich here, he's having a really decent time. You know, he's not really being interrupted on this lane. He's finding his farm here. It looks like it's going to be the armlet into, I assume, the Echo Saber as top lane. There is going to be the hookshot now underneath the tower. Vizzy is going to be able to get himself away from this one. There's going to be the TP coming through from the Dawnbreaker. Vizzy's going to be taking a lot of tower shot damage. I'm not sure he's going to be able to get himself away. Times are crushed just a second too early, and Malik was able to get out with a Starbreaker and do the damage for that kill.
Smart moves coming out from Nemiga. What they're doing right now is making sure that PuckChamp are taken away from the mid lane. But PuckChamp are actually playing this quite smart. Bottom lane, the Dawnbreaker gets caught, no one TPs, because they know what is important in this game is the mid lane tower. Now they go towards the top lane and they just send the Dawnbreaker, the hero that can really join anyone on the map. Of course, it's a bummer. You lose the Monkey King, you lose the Dawnbreaker, but you're not losing that big objective, which is the mid lane. As time goes forward, as Nemiga are not getting as many kills, you know, when all towers are up, creating chaos really isn't possible. So PuckChamp, I would say that they're actually in a really good spot after not that great of a laning phase.
Yeah, and who is the tower taker here on the side of PuckChamp? You know, if they say they got a good fight off, you know, if they found some space in this mid lane and they're stepping up, is it just a case of whittling the tower down over time? Because I'm looking at this, the snowball as well as the ice shots do come through. Young T's going to be able to get himself away with the waning rift as well as the phase shift. So would it just be a case of attrition? I mean, from both sides really. If you get the opportunity to get onto these towers, or is there something that you're going to be looking at going, yeah, if this fight happens, he needs to be here to take this tower?
The tier 1 towers drop from
the
he scanned him and he still died.
Creeps. Yeah, Vizzy though gets a really nice 3-man crush. The dispose comes out. They're going to be able to get right on top of the Slider. Even going to be using the Nightmare, the Fiend Grip as well onto the Puck. So they get the kill with the Mystic Flare. The damage on Marine. I think he'll be able to go any further onto this because they've caught out Astral. Astral will be killed off with all 5 heroes, it looks like, from the side of Nemiga responding to this one now as well. Dawnbreaker going to be caught out. Vizzy gets that blink up. He's going to be able to get the crush. There is going to be the Starbreaker though, the finish the job. But it looks like Dawnbreaker not going to be able to get himself away from this. And once the cast is trying to pull back on the reality if the Walrus Punch comes out, and now Kiritich as well as Marine, well, when these creeps appear, even using the Phantasm to get on top of this tier 1 tower to just make it disappear.
Man, that was a masturbate. I really it didn't even looking at the map, I didn't even see that Nemiga were setting that one up perfectly. You know, you know that the enemies are coming, and the thing is that you do want to fight with this lineup. You don't want to be dodging fights. You know, sometimes you're like, oh, we dodge the smoke, you waste the time. But no, actually, PuckChamp bought themselves time to keep those towers alive, to get to a point where their cores can do damage. Right now, that is not the case. So they really did an awesome job there, Nemiga, setting everything up, do a lot of damage to the top lane tower, but again, you can see that they're not committing because they're aware top lane tower gives you farm, and the mid lane tower gives you opening into the souls of the enemies, you know, which you kind of want to rip out.
Yeah, and you can see as well Nemiga, the setup for another one here as well. They might even be able to find out the Monkey King as they rotate around with the smoke. Smoke's going to break. Where's that blink in? Astral drops the cog. Snowball does come through. So it's going to be right on top of the Walrus Punch now as well. The damage onto Astral. Astral's not going to be able to get himself away from this one at all. And it just delays. The Monkey King has to TP away to the top lane again. His farm just being disrupted. And he's going to be able to get right back on with the tree dance, with the balance strike to clean up that creep wave. But coming up to 15 minutes now, and he's still only just able to pick up that Battle Fury, which is going to accelerate the farm. But you look, he's about 2k behind the Chaos Knight already, and the Chaos Knight, he's got that Echo Saber, he's going towards the BKB, he's looking ready to fight.
You know, it takes a certain kind of character to be able to look at your friends die all over the place and just let them go. And because PuckChamp, that is exactly what they need to do, but man, it does feel bad. We all know our friends are in trouble, we want to help them. Real life Dota, it doesn't matter, you know, we want to cherish those friendships, but here they understand that they have to live to fight another day. If they give more kills right now, it's only gonna bite them in the backside later on. And sure, Nemiga are doing great, but PuckChamp, I would say, with the laning phase going as it did, they played really well in the mid game, just stopping this mid lane tower from dropping down. They are getting to a point where they'll be able to bring kills. You know, we have the Witchblade on the Puck, you're gonna have the Blink soon. The BKB on the Monkey King now with the Battle Fury done is gonna be approaching, and the BKB on the Dawnbreaker really allows you to go deep. So that is quite nice for PuckChamp that they are getting to that point. Now is the time for Nemiga to take the mid lane tower, break the game, and kind of destroy all of those timings for PuckChamp. So we are seeing that they are really ramping up the tempo. Let's just see how much more they can do.
Yeah, and I think Marine, he's got himself the 3rd double damage rune of the game for him. So he's just going to be able to walk up to this tower, and just look at how quickly he's chunking this one down as well. This tower, with no one here to defend it, like I say, you've got the Dawnbreaker in the off lane with the Monkey King trying to take this tier 1 tower on the bottom lane, which will go down, but it's going to be a trade for this tier 1. And this double damage room, it's only just about halfway through, so they can move up. They've already taken this tier 1 tower on the top lane. They just move themselves into rush. And Nemiga hitting some great timings. There is going to be the rotation in for on the clockwork. I don't know. Yeah, there is no vision on the high ground here for the side of Nemiga to see this, so Astral might be looking, but you can see so bad Hellscream. They're looking for this interception, the Roshan. Oh, it's going to be a little bit too early. The snowball comes in now as well. He just gets absolutely blown up. And Kiritich, as well as the Roshan, will be able to claim this clockwork kill.
This was a smart move from Nemiga. You go into the Roche, you know that you're 10 times stronger than your opponents, and you know, the clock can maybe make a difference, but he probably will not. So you're trying to force PuckChamp to fight, and if they don't want to fight, sure, we'll get the Aegis, and then you're diving that is gonna kind of start in a minute or two from Nemiga. Once they push out the lanes, they're just gonna start running from the enemy big jungle to the triangle. It's just gonna be chasing the enemies down every single time. So PuckChamp, they really need to force something to happen right now, so that some of the heroes are dead and they delay that timing.
Well, they used the Dream Call, but I think Fazio was already dead. They might be able to get it. There's going to be the deny on the Arcane Rune here from Hellscream. The Nightmare comes out into Marcy, so not going to be able to catch up. And well, did he actually want to return? Yeah, the Phoenix Rip does come out. Malik's going to be closer. He's going to be able to throw the hammer in, be able to get the Starbreak for the interrupt, but Marine already going to be able to get the kill onto the Chaos, and now Malik just puts himself in a bad position. The hook shot will be off the mark as well. Malik has to pop that BKB, but is it just going to be a defensive one? Because he's looking to run away. There's going to be the Reality Rift now as well onto the back, onto Astral. They get this kill onto the Clockwork, and Malik, that BKB just has to run himself away from this one. Puck trying to get himself away. Young G onto the high ground. Hellscream is close as he's going to be able to get the Ancient Seal as well as the damage. Yeah, the Soul Guardian comes in, but is it going to be in time because of the BKB here from the Tusk? The damage in Reality Rift, they will be able to take down Young G. Malik, he's on the low ground. The Chaos Ball will connect. Where's that pulling, and where's the damage going to come from? It's going to come from all over the place as Kiritich claims the kill. And that was the exact opposite of what you talked about with the Monkey King. That was a case of Saving Private Ryan syndrome, where one hero dies, the other one jumps in to try and save him, and it's just a chain link of deaths coming out there from PuckChamp.
Yep, they've they could watch for some time, but they can't watch it anymore, and you know, they just go in. On the serious note though, I understand what PuckChamp's idea was. They wanted to force things into the mid lane and just force Nemiga not to be able to outpush the side lanes. Then they would have to run and so on and so on. You delay the Aegis, you delay the timing even further. The thing is, they got kind of caught up in it after their supports died, and then they gave a little bit too much, and they're gonna be giving even more around the map now.
Fazia gets the kill into Astral, and yeah, he was just wrong place, wrong time there. I'm just watching the top lane because the Chaos Knight, he's looking at Malik. You know, he's got the BKB up now as well. Is that a fresh one? It's a fresh 9 second. He's got the Aegis as well, but there is the Puck. Dukas is close as well, so they could try and close in onto Kiritich. It's going to be the response that comes afterwards if there's going to be, you know, the full rotation coming in from PuckChamp to try and deal with Kiritich, because no one is close on the side of Nemiga if he gets himself in danger, but he does have that BKB TP out if he needs it.
Right now, game is perfect for Nemiga. They have all of those items to delay the timing of PuckChamp. We talked about 20 minutes in, you're gonna have your items. You have the BKB on the Dawnbreaker, you have the Blink Witchblade on the Puck, but with his BKB on the Tusk and the Aegis on the CK, there is no way that PuckChamp can fight right now. So again, they're waiting for something. They're waiting for the Monkey King BKB, but I'd argue that even that is not enough. You need a Deso, you need a damage dealing item, and then you'll be ready. The problem is, how will Nemiga itemize and what part of map will they control in that point? Will PuckChamp even get a chance to play this game? Because right now, it's not looking that way.
Yeah, and again, Kiritich, he's looking to put the pressure onto the top lane. The fortification does come out, so the Phantasms, I like this as well, the Nightmare onto the Siege Creep, just to keep the tower from hitting it, just to keep it alive, and once that fortification wears off, you've got your Siege Creep, you've got a creep there to stop the backdoor protection from kicking back in, the Phantasm as well to do the damage onto the tower, and this is going to be an easy tier 2 here, it looks like, from the side of Nemiga, and again, the Aegis is still there for another minute and 15 seconds, so Nemiga, no worries about Kiritich getting low, he's just forcing this tower damage out, he's going to be able to claim it, and there was no response again, and now while this is going on, there's going to be the rotation into the mid lane. They get themselves onto Marcy. Marcy's not going to be able to get himself away. The ice shards come through, and Mallory, quick, easy kill there onto Dakawas.
Yep, quick and easy, and these are the chases left and right that we were talking about. Nemiga, they made the game a little bit less chaotic than I thought they would. They aren't running in the enemy triangle. They're allowing the Monkey King to have something. You know, it just feels bad. He's a king. He is used to all of this privilege. At least give him something. So his kingdom has really been reduced only to the triangle. But you know, he's going for a Scotty. I think this is not a game-winning item. If they would give him a Scotty right now, like 5k net worth more in the Monkey King, I just don't think that it would be enough. He needs a damage item. He needs to kill people because his teammates really aren't capable of doing it.
Yeah, and like you say, Nemiga, they've got this timing up now. I mean, the Aegis, it's about to wear off 10 seconds here, but they're just claiming all this map control, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them, even when that Aegis goes down, if they're spoiling for another fight. I mean, Maureen, you can see here as well, he's going towards that Ag Scepter, just cleaning off creep waves, and PuckChamp are doing the best to try and push these lanes back, but now it's coming down to, I don't want to say the 4 protect 1, because the Dawnbreaker's still split pushing, still looking out. He's got that Solar Guardian for fight breaks out, but they're sticking close to this Monkey King, making sure that, like you say, he doesn't get invaded on, he doesn't get caught out by the side of Nemiga, who are just completely ready to 5-man.
If MK dies once or twice in this game now in the next 10 minutes, it's gonna be a tough one.
Oh,
they did catch the CK.
Hookshot comes out, she's gonna pop that BKB, just go straight for the TP, and yeah, no Basher, nothing to cancel this. He's away, and I think that was the first usage of his BKB? Yeah, it was. So Kiritich could be more than satisfied with that, getting out alive when his team wasn't close. I mean, there's gonna be the 4-man smoke rotation
though.
in.
I thought he was gonna turn. After he TP'd in, I was like, okay, Nemiga maybe think, okay, the enemies have dispersed, we're gonna go in, and that might actually be the case. Now, PuckChamp are not gonna be ready for it, for sure.
Yeah, the Blink Crush comes in on, there's gonna be the drag back as well. Young G gets absolutely blown up. Kiritich, he shows himself, and now the Fiends are coming through. The Walrus Punch onto the Dawnbreaker as well. Dawnbreaker will be broken, and 2 heroes dead for the next 40 seconds. Not even the Phantasm user, you know, you've still got the Mystic Flare. Okay, the Walrus Punch was used, but what's that, like a 15-second cooldown, level 2. And now they're even going to rotate Monkey King. Does he show? Do they have the vision? It doesn't look like they do. And yeah, Krillia is just going to be able to dance himself away, just leap himself along these trees. But while he's doing this, he's missing out on the farm time. And again, Battle Fury, but he's only... The lead's only extended between him and the Chaos Knight. It's 3k now between the 2 heroes.
Additional BKB.
Oh, do they have the damage to take him down, though? They're going to try to kill her. It's going to pop a BKB of his own. Looks like with 3 heroes, a point-blank hookshot coming out. Yeah, maybe overextended here. Kiritich gets caught out. He's trying to armor toggle, but with the stuns coming through, it's going to be the 3-man crush coming through. But I think Vice just puts himself in danger. Puck is going to be able to use the Dream Call now as well. So bad he's going to be able to get that TP away. Looks like he will get himself out, but yeah, a little bit of a strange one there with no BKB on the CK. Just overextended himself a little bit too much.
This gives the chance to PuckChamp. They're pretty good at running people down with the Puck, Clockwork, and the Monkey King. So right now, if you push in all the lanes, you can actually catch Nemiga off guard once they're trying to outpush the side lanes again. So this is quite big actually, and can change the pacing of the game. The problem is still that Nemiga are a lot stronger. So you can always smoke up. PuckChamp, they get scared. You place aggressive vision, and then you can outpush the waves. So you always, in a game like this, you always have ways to play, but that was definitely a mistake Nemiga shouldn't have made, because it's in a part of the game where PuckChamp shouldn't be able to win a fight against you. They should not be able to take away 2 cores, and giving things like that can really impact the rest of the game.
Oh, this might not be a good TP here for the Tusk. Does he want to cancel it? The wards are going to disappear. Marin, he throws out the ice shards, but Malik as well as Ducalis are going to be close, and there's going to be a rotation in from the rest of the team, and it's going to be 3 at best against 5. Yeah, you see Vice trying to run himself away from this one as well. Hellscream going to be spotted up by the Rocket Floods. We're going to be the snowball into the Walrus Punch on the back lines. Ducalis now. Woodcoast Command does come out. Marin, though, going to try and go for the right click. He's going to be able to clean up Ducalis. Ducalis, they might even be able to turn on this one. The hook shot onto the back line, so they're going to be able to lock down Vice, but does he get himself away from this one? The blink away from the Tusk. Hellscream's going to get low. The orb does fly through, so they clean up this kill, and now it looks like Vice has been caught out now as well, so a good couple of fights here for the side of PuckChamp. In fact, they're going to be able to find Kiritich. Kiritich pops that BKB, gets the kill onto Youngji. The backlines, Marin's going to be able to come in with the snowball now as well. Malik, is he going to be able to get himself away from this one? There's going to be the finish, so they're going to lock down onto the Dawnbreaker. So a good 3 return kills here for Nemiga after it starts off a 3v5 in PuckChamp's favour. But the rotations come through, the TPs are there. Even the foot rotations from Kiritich just get them in place, and they take down 2 cores as well as the support for Vizier and Hellscream. A really nice trade for Nemiga.
You know, this is, they found Kiritich like you're playing hide and seek and you find the biggest, baddest kid on the block, and he just looks at you and like, are you sure that you found me? You should just walk away. But PuckChamp, they stay and they get smacked. Yep, I liked what PuckChamp did yet again. Their movements and their ideas, what they were doing, they should be doing is actually quite good. Execution a little bit lacking from time to time, but they understand what their lineup is good at. I'm still just not convinced about the Scotty on the Monkey King. You're playing against 3 melee cores. The supports already have some 4 staffs, so they're gonna be able to get themselves out of the Wukong's command, and now poor Ducalis will just feel pain.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Roshan, how far away? Roshan is 15 seconds away as well. So PuckChamp, like I said, I think in that last fight there was a little bit of maybe communications, maybe targeting problems, because half the team were going on Vizier, half the team were going on to Marin, and both of the heroes got low, but in the end, you know, it was Marin, I think, maybe should have been the target to the hook shot. You focus him down first and then swap off onto Vizier, and Vizier, okay, got caught out, but they were still able to get Marin out safely. You know, he got the blink, he got himself away. I think if Marin goes down first, that fight goes way different.
Malrine, he was thinking about going for an axe, and I was like, PuckChamp, they can't really do much against the axe because Monkey King is just, okay, this Roach, poor guy, this is just one of the faster ones that I've seen so far, but he decides to go for a Deso, so we're definitely gonna be seeing some one-punch man action here, because you know, it is Corrosive Haze plus him using the Walrus Punch with the tag team. I'm pretty sure, you know, Puck, Marcy, and the Clock, they die. They just die. There's no other way around it. And the Monkey King, he would need to be inside of the Wukong's command to... okay, he's not gonna get it one shot because of the Scotty, but that's about it. And now, finally, we're gonna be seeing a big engagement. Both teams want to fight right now. I'm just not sure PuckChamp are gonna find out that they didn't really want to do it.
Yeah, the Fees comes out to the Monkey King now as well. Curlia is gonna be able to get himself away. He's absolutely not. Gets blown up. 3 heroes dead already. Are they gonna be able to take down Malik as well? It looks like the chase down. He's trying to get on top of Soba, but the bash comes out. They're gonna be able to lock down Malik. Malik will not be able to get himself away. 4 heroes dead here, 29-9 at 29 minutes. It's like it's lining up here just so well for Nemiga as they find these fights one after the other. And Marin, like I said, the Desolator comes out. He's already got 6 charges on that, or 6 stacks coming out, and he's only just picked it up. They're going to be able to go right onto this tier 3 tower. No buybacks on the side of PuckChamp, and I think they're going to figure this out here, Nemiga. They might even just go straight tier 4s.
That was a solid position for PuckChamp, you know, to stand there and to bait with summons for the Wukong's command. What actually changed that fight so much was the shard on the Slardar. He used the crush and they saw the Monkey King in the trees, and Kiriter just ripped him apart, you know. He did pop the BKB, he did get rid of the Corrosive Haze there for a second, but really, without the Wukong's command out, you don't have the armor. That's why I wasn't a fan of the Eye of the Scotty. You could see that you didn't really see the tankiness from the Monkey King, and on the other hand, even if he did get his Wukong's command, command off, there is a low chance that he would be able to kill these heroes. So I'm, you know, PuckChamp, we talked about their lineup, missing out on damage, and then you buy a Scotty, not really a damage item, more of a survivability, constant output of being able to survive, so you kind of have the constant output of damage, but you're not going to be able to kill anyone. The Tusk, the Bane, the Skyret Mage, the Slardar, all of these heroes are quite mobile, and I'd like to see the guy that actually wants to commit on the CK for the with the Aegis. I think there's not a madman like that in the world.
Yeah, and you can just see now as well, Kiritich, he's so comfortably being away from the rest of his team. With this 2.5 minutes on the Aegis, just pushing down the lane and looking to take the towers, and they looks like, I mean, they could potentially open for mega creeps here. Ducalis is close. He's getting some wards down so they can scout this up. Afazia backing up onto Kiritich, and Kiritich with the Phantasm. He's just using the Chaos Bolt with the shot to get the Phantasm charge out, taking down this tier 2 tower, uncontested here. And Monkey King on the top lane as well. Well, he's going to try and take down this tier 1. The fortification will be used. And Krillia, does he want to... I mean, does he want to stick around here? He probably just takes his tier 1 tower and backs off, right? Because it looks like Nemiga, they're looking to mount another offense on this bottom lane.
That was, you don't see the Bane when you're the Monkey King, so he wants to jump through all of the trees until he goes for it. The Bane went for a blink and the Ether Lens. You can now understand what the idea from Nemiga is: catch PuckChamp on the side lanes, because that's the only thing that is left for PuckChamp is split pushing. Really, they're not in a favorable position to say the least. All of their timings have been caught away. Malrine will get his Aghanim Scepter, so even your win condition now with the big Wukong's command is out, because he's just gonna get hit between the legs and kicked out of it. So it's really not nice. And Kiritich, I mean, you know, last time around when he had the Aegis, they killed him. This time around, they shouldn't even attempt to do so.
Yeah, Ducalis trying to use the Ghost Scepter to keep himself alive there. The Rails are back into Krillia. Krillia, the Phoenix Group comes out as well. The Phantasm, the Soul Guardian, but it's not going to be enough for the force half away. Can he take down this Monkey King? The blink onto the backlands as well as that crush. They do the damage. They take the Monkey King down. The Monkey King does have the buybacks. Look at the damage coming out onto Astro as well. The bashes, just the right clicks from Vazia. With this corrosive haze coming through, Malik is going to pop the BKB of his own, and Vazia has to run himself away. Backlines, Young G will go down, but again, only one hero alive. 3 do have buybacks here, but again, Nemiga 33-9. They're just putting so much pressure onto PuckChamp, and it's going to be another lane of rats.
You know, everyone would think last time Kiritich died when the Aegis was expiring, oh, this is a throw, Kiritich, he doesn't know what he was doing, but it was all prepared for this moment when with the next Aegis, PuckChamp, okay, we did it once, we can do it again. Nope, this time around, you're not going to be able to kill him even once. The Aegis doesn't expire for another 15 seconds right now, and, you know, he baits them all in. This should be the end of the game right now, and PuckChamp, they're going to be chasing this one until the end of the earth, because that's what they have to do.
Yeah, Vizi's going to get low, but the crush comes out onto 2 heroes. Do they want to try and look for a hookshot? The hookshot is available. Aegis is going to get reclaimed, so Kiritich gets the regen of the snowball. It comes through to 2. There is going to be the BKB as well as the kick away. And Krilliat now as well. He's using that Wukong's command. Vizi's going to get low. He's going to be caught in the hogs as well. So he does go down. Kiritich. Oh, does he get himself out of this one? He doesn't have the BKB. The Nightmare's going to keep him alive for a little bit longer. He's going to be dead 100 seconds. He bought out. And that last fight, it's going to cost him now. He's dead for 95. Did he have anything to stop this TP away? Malrine will be able to get himself away. Hellscream there as well. And you can see, well, there's going to be the TP back to base from Malik. He does have that Solar Guardian up to get with the rest of his team if he needs to, but 80 seconds, no Kiritich here. Is this the window for PuckChamp to get back into this game?
There is no Roche. There is a dead Slardar though. I'm not sure what Vazia is doing there.
This is going to be a dieback if he goes down as well. Can he get himself out with the BKB? There is going to be Walls Punch into the Mystic Flare, so they get the kill onto Krillia. And the Monkey King he brought back in this last fight. So the Fates they turn once again, and how the tables turn as it looks like they get a bash onto the Dawnbreaker, the Nightmare onto Young G. The follow-up should be, Walrus Punch as well as the Crush with the damage. It's just way too much. And PuckChamp, they're going to call GG.
Okay, after that one, you know, anyone would do it. Of course, it was a... I just can't stop laughing when you one-shot the enemy mid laner and you're a mid laner yourself. But, you know, you bought back on so many heroes when you're PuckChamp, and you just have to be going forward. You find the Slaughter, which is the ideal target, doesn't have a buyback, but he has an Axe and he has a BKB, so he doesn't die, and then the fight goes as it did. After that, PuckChamp, they really don't have anything left in the tank, and I think that that uppercut punch to the Puck, you know, he doesn't really have a strong chin if you're the Puck. It's gonna be pretty demoralizing. So Nemiga, a pretty clean victory. I would argue that PuckChamp had ideas of how to play this game, but when you don't have a hero that is really capable of getting a kill around the map, then Nemiga, you know, they can split push when they want, they can fight when they want, they can do anything whenever they want, and also Nemiga itemized perfectly to stop the timings of PuckChamp. Everything was done very smartly calculated for Nemiga and PuckChamp, even with their ideas of how to play the game, how not to give up towers, and so on and so forth. I think after the laning phase was done, after they didn't get a solid victory and they able to hit their timings at 20 minutes, the game was just over. And only on top of that, you know, Krillad going for a Scotty, I just don't think that was the appropriate item to even attempt to come back into the game.
Yeah, so after being caught out monkeying around, they tried to come back with some guerrilla warfare there, but given the two lineups, there was just way too much going on between Nemiga and PuckChamp for Nemiga to ever really look uncomfortable. So that is going to be game number 1, guys. We're going to be taking a quick 10-15 minute break as we get ready for the second game of the series to kick off. And again, it is going to be a day of Eastern European Dota. There's going to be 2 more series after this to come. But for now, quick break into the second game. We'll see you in a few.